Ira Epstein with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, and we're sitting here now at the 5th of April, 2023, time about 8:25 a.m. Central Time. A little bit weaker in the stock indices to start out, which is interesting because the ADP numbers that came out today in private placement jobs down sharply, way below the estimates. So now we have the JOLTS report coming in weak, and we have ADP. Friday, we get the all-important jobs report. From the looks of it, to me, those two wobbled. Why not the jobs? But here's something I want to point out. Smart economists, and the Fed has plenty of them, all right, thousands upon thousands of them. They will argue that one set of reports doesn't make a trend. We need to get probably 3 sets under your belt to say, nah, this is now gone in the right direction and it's locking in the trend. You hear Jeremy Siegel say that all the time, and there's a lot of truth to it. So don't get all enamored with that. But the fact that you are seeing that occurs is not supportive to me of the dollar index. It is still supportive, as I see it, of the energy markets. You are seeing the 10-year, the 2-year give up yield. In fact, what if I tell you the 2-year is trading in the mid 3.7 range? Yeah, this market was just 405 48 hours ago, down there. Grain markets under pressure. It's hard for me to want to be long grains as the planting season is now upon us, and this is not the typical time of the year when you go up. It's just the opposite. It's the time of the year when the farmers are out there putting everything in the ground. My experience has been, I don't want to be long at that time of the year. I want to be long maybe if I hear they can't get it in the ground, but not at the beginning of it. British pound yesterday, I was telling my clients, bye-bye. Time to say goodbye for a little bit. Not saying we don't want to come back in. Let's see what it does. Copper's still on the weak side of the market as the market's not getting what it wants out of U.S. industry picking up, nor Chinese just yet. And that brings me to where we're at with trade data and the like. If you look at the U.S. trade balance, it came in a little greater than expected, about $1 billion worse, but the trade balance with China has narrowed to $19 billion from January's 25. We get S&P final March service sector manager indices at 845. ISM data is going to come out with the service sector index. I do want to see that. That index is seen at 54.4 compared to the 55.5 last month. EIA petroleum stocks at 930. And if you look up here, ADP private placement, 145. That's 70,000 under the estimate, well under the 240 that we saw before that. So we are starting to see just what we thought we would. The wobble effect is happening finally in labor. Now the question is, in the jobs report, how hard does it hit the service sector? Because once that gets hit, then the jobs number really starts coming down, making the Fed's job for it, I think, a heck of a lot easier. Now, in looking at other things in the marketplace, I want to remind you, and I mentioned my report. In my special report on currencies, it goes off the board today. So if you're going to watch it, please do it in the next hour or two or a couple hours here. You will call and say, I went to look at it and it's gone. It will be gone. And it's my reports, when I put them up, these video reports, they're 3 days. That's all that they're meant to be up there because they're about what's coming up right in front of us, things to do. It's not about 6 months from now. The report does cover that, by the way. I'll give you price counts, the seasonality, what the markets are looking for as we go forward. I cover the 5, 15, 30-year period as to what the dollar does at this time of the year. Then we give you the price counts, which is activated, I don't mind telling you, new sell signals in it. Then we're going to rip apart the weekly charts on the dollar index, the daily. There's 4 or 5 charts for each of those, and then the same thing with UUP, the popular ETF on the dollar index. So if you want to get the report, it's simple. Follow my finger up here, give a click up there. You can also go to the website, iraepstein.com, under the word research. It's there. You'll see it. And today's the last day I talk about it. Take care. I'm Ira. And by the way, remember, we have a very abbreviated trading session on Friday. Stock markets are not open, from what I understand, yet they're going to release economic data. Very strange Friday. All right. I'm Ira. Take care.